of the Musketeers podcast. I'm your host, Isaac Cruz, a podcast produced by Ricardo Corona and Christopher Diaz, written by me, your host, Isaac Cruz, and hosted by me, your host, Isaac Cruz. Today, I'm gonna talk about the words and how the words can damage. Because, words hurt, and I want to talk about how words can damage. The Musketeers podcast begins right now.
Find another way.
Welcome back. I want to talk about man from my heart, like for real, really, about the words, words, words. How how they hurt. They always talk about words hurt, more than getting hit. Getting hit hurts, but words hurts more. You gotta be careful about what you're saying. Really, you have to. Because maybe I learned that myself. I'm not gonna say again. I'm not trying to be a saint or whatever, because I have made mistakes, and I'm fine with coming to my show and say, I made mistakes. It's okay. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I can say, yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, oops. I'm not ashamed of it. I even tell my teachers, even talk to my teachers if, or somehow I get an F on a test, which I have sometimes. I said, hey, my fault. I mean, for this test, well, I just don't know. And I recognize my F. And I mean, is there any way you can help me? I recognize that I'm wrong. I recognize that I have made a mistake. It's okay with saying you're wrong. It's just there's things that I don't say that I'm wrong about, even though I'm wrong about it. So to not get you confused, there's things that I do that are super wrong, but I just don't want to admit it. Because, well, maybe because I'm too embarrassed to. A lot of times it's because I'm too embarrassed to admit that that is wrong, or that I'm really doing that, or it's just that maybe there's something wrong that I like, like like drinking, like smoking. I know it's wrong, but I don't know. I just like doing it sometimes, and it's okay. I don't care, but there's things that I'm wrong about that I can say, yeah, I really fucked up, Cause we all fucked ups, man. Trust me, we all make mistakes. We're not saints. My uncle makes mistakes. My father makes mistakes. My auntie makes mistakes. My mother makes mistakes. My brother makes mistakes. Uh, my ex- my ex-girlfriend, the girls that I used to date, they have made mistakes. I have made mistakes, and it's okay. All we all we have to do is to improved, which is good because you know I used to think that making mistakes was like more of a loser, but now that I see it, now that I've grown a little, like grown and grown and grown and grown, I realized that mistakes are good because they help you improve. Because if you don't fail, if you don't make mistakes, you don't improve. So I believe that making mistakes is good to help you to improve and become a better person. Um, and there's mistakes that I made that I think that the things that I did that I have to be honest with you, I don't do them anymore. There's things that I don't really do anymore. Trust me. Uh, that I used to do because they were just super wrong, and I changed. I became a better person. Like one of the mistakes I used to make was afraid of taking a step forward of something. I was afraid of going out there and doing something. And it was wrong from my part. Well, back then I thought of it like as a good thing because I wasn't taking the risk. But then I realized, there's things that I should have done, that I was afraid to take the step and take the risk. But what I'm saying is, it's okay to just realize that what you did was a fucked up thing, and that because everybody's a fucked up. I'm a fucked up. You're a fucked up. Everybody's a fucked up here. We're not perfect. We're not. Nobody's perfect. There's nothing. I've never seen anybody who could be perfect enough. We all make mistakes, um, and I still. There's just a lot of things that I still not want to admit. There's aspects of my life that I don't want to admit, that I just don't want to admit that are wrong, or that are wrong and I just don't want to stop doing. I'm not saying I lived. I'm not saying I lived, but like a huge experience of life that makes me want to think like a king or whatever. But what I'm saying is, man, we all make mistakes. I have made mistakes, and it's okay. I admit that it's okay. I'm not fine with them. Fine with make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with me saying I'm up. Um, there's things I reject, and that's where the rejection come from. The rejection, man, and the rejection is a feeling. For those of you that don't know, a feeling of, oh, I'm wrong. I was wrong, and I fucked up, and I wanna go. A feeling of rejection is when you wanna go, when you like fucked up, and you just wish not to do it, and wanna go back and not do it again. Go back, like wish you wish you could back in time and not do it again. And I have felt like that. Well, I have a lot of rejections, but I don't talk about them, and I won't mention them because it's personal. Um, but there's things. Sometimes when I go to sleep, I beat myself up. I beat myself up when I go to sleep, and I go like, shit, I fucked up, and I wish I could go back and fix that. Like situations with my friends, situations in relationships when I did have girlfriends. Uh, when I when I was in a relationship with my girlfriends, uh, I make really a lot of mistakes during our relationship between girlfriend and boyfriend. When I have my girlfriends when I was dating that I wish that I should have done. Um, but it's okay. It's like my friend Christopher Diaz and the producer of the show always said to me, even before we started, it's like it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all. It's okay to live in regret. It's okay to regret things, but all we have to do is just turn the page. What's done is done. All we gotta do is forgive and move on. Like he told me. He's always telling me, like whenever I pick myself up, he's always telling me, Isaac, forgive and move on, and it's okay. And it feels really good when you ask for forgiveness. It feels really, really, really good. When you say sorry to someone and ask for that forgiveness, it feels really good. I did. apologize to my friend Chris and for things that I've done to him, and apologize to a lot of, and they accepted it, and it feels really good, um, because it gives you the opportunity to start over. Um, but be careful what you say, because words hurt a lot. You know, maybe the smallest thing that you can say that can make you laugh, can hurt the person in front of you, behind you, beside you, next to you, to from the little one to the big one to the tallest one to the biggest motherfucker in the world. It can hurt. So be careful what you say. And with this, I'm gonna go to the examples. For example, when someone does something or is into something, let's say rap or podcasting or athleticism, whatever it is, and they want to do it, right? And you just go, and you go, oh, you know, you just can't do it. You're a failure. You know, you can do this. You can't do that. You know, you're ridiculous. You know, or you just can't do it. With this saying, I know I'm just like exaggerating at some point, but it's true though. There's people that do say that. But what I'm saying is, be careful. Be careful, because you can hurt someone really bad. And maybe with a simple you can't. With a simple you can't. C-A-N-T. You can't. With a simple you can't. That it's enough to stop the person from doing what he wants to do. That's enough to stop them from talking to him out of that. Out of something good. I'm not saying like illegal stuff. I mean, if someone is trying to do something illegal, yes, stop them from that. But something good. What I'm saying is dreams, goals. Be careful. Just don't. Be careful. With a simple you can't, it's enough to destroy the person. You know, and if someone wants to do it, say to them, oh, you're gonna do that? Oh, I support you, go for it. Uh, you know how to do it? And if you don't, I can teach you. You can also encourage the person and help the person out through the journey to the road. You know, those are the best people in the world. You know, the people that help you whenever you want to do something? Those are the best people in the world. I love those people like that. Really, those are the best people. Because they just don't tell you to support you, they show it to you. And when you support someone, it's good when you show it to them. You know, if I got a friend that wants to rap, and instead of me saying, oh, I support you, I help them. I go, do you know how to rap? You can rap? Hey, I can teach you. I got a friend who can rap. I can get who came out to you and he can teach you. Oh, you wanna rap? Hey, I got a few songs I wrote. You can make them as rap songs. And I have a friend that can make a beat, and we can make a few demos for fun. And within that, we can teach you more and more. Oh, you wanna rap? Oh, let me buy you. That's what I do for Christmas. I'm gonna get you microphones, and I'm gonna make you a recording studio. Oh, you wanna rap? Hey, I can take you to a recording studio. You can see things. Oh, who inspired you? Oh, YK Osiris inspired you? Hey, let's go to a YK Osiris concert. I got tickets. Oh, you wanna play football? Hey, I can teach you how to play football, and I get you on a football team on school. You love the NFL? Let's go to the NFL. I got 2 tickets. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Those are the best people in the world, because they just don't say they support you, but they show it to you. And when I wanted to do a podcast, I wanted to do the new project I'm working on before the podcast, but I started with the podcast first. when I wanted to be a podcast host, I wanted to do a podcast. I was trying to I did it because I gotta say thanks to my cousin Michael. uh, he's the one who told me how easy it was to do one without without you know uh, struggling your head through, oh, how I'm gonna put it to Spotify or to every. And I figured out how. And he told me to download Anchor. I downloaded the Anchor app, and I did it. I quit the account. Then, I remember I used to call it Isaac and Friends. And I want to invite every friend to each different episode and talk about funny stuff. And and I couldn't because none of my friends couldn't join because they were busy. And I honestly, I tell you this, I swear to God, I was like a little upset because I was like, oh, I can't do this. I can't. I was beating myself up. I was beating myself up. I couldn't. I was like, oh shit, I can't do this. I was beating myself up. And I remember that Ricardo apologized to me. He texted me later on. He apologized. I apologize, man. I wanted to do it, but I was so busy I couldn't join in. And guess what? He told me. He just didn't told me I support you. He said, let's do it both of us. You want to do a podcast? Let's do it both of us. Let's find a name. We were working hard to find a name. I couldn't find any name. I want to call it Isaac and Ricardo, but it didn't sound good. And Ricardo comes in with let's call it the Brosketeers. That's when I came out with the Brosketeers. Before the Brosketeers podcast was the Brosketeers. And the Brosketeers came in from the Three Musketeers. But we take out the Mas and put the Bros and Brosketeers. And we decided, hey, let's do it over the weekend. Which we have time because over the week we had to do school, we had to study, and we didn't have time for that. Let's do it over the weekend. So first we were like, let's do it every Saturday. We did an episode. I couldn't post it because it sounds so muffled. But like, I can't post it. He couldn't join in because he was busy. And guess what? I did it myself. And Ricardo told me, I'm gonna produce it. And then Chris came along. It's like, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna produce it. Those people, you know what I'm saying? I love those people because those are the people that instead of telling you, I support you, they just don't tell you, they show you. And it's really good. It makes you feel really good. It makes you feel like, damn, like you really can do things, and it really makes me really happy when my friends were like, Isaac, I'm gonna help you. I was so happy when they actually showed me that help. And then my parents came along and bought me the stuff, and I was really happy about it. I'm really thankful. And those are the people that I love because those are the people that really actually don't tell you they support you, but they just show it to you. They push you through, even if you can't. And sometimes I'm telling you right now, sometimes I feel like, sometimes I'm like, want to give up, because sometimes I get negative messages and I want to give up, and sometimes I have people telling me, you can't do it, oh, you can't do it, it's so shitty, and I just want to give up sometimes. And I just don't, because I'm not gonna let a few people tell me that I can't do things, or that I'm a failure, or that I'm a loser, or that I will never succeed, to stop me from what I'm doing well. Because I believe, I'm not saying I'm the best host in the world, because I'm actually not. There's a lot of things I gotta prove here. but I'm doing really well. We're changing the studio. I'm learning how to write a script and use little by little the words. I got the voice for it. I'm really, and a lot of people, you know, tell me that I actually do really good. Um, Even though I got a few assholes that tell me that I can do shit, because I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people that really hurt me badly by telling me that I can do stuff, um, and that I'm a failure, and that I can do this. I remember when I was a little kid, I got bullied my entire life. Every time I went to school, I got beaten. Um, they told me that I couldn't do stuff. That I would girls call me ugly. Um, they told me that I would never find anyone. That I would never, you know, uh, I would never. That nobody would ever, no one would ever love me. I have people telling me that I would end up on the street. That I'm not nothing, and it really hurt me, man. But do you think now that I'm grown and I look back at it, I say if it, it was worth it to have these motherfuckers tell me this kind of stuff? I look back at my past and I look back at now and I'm like, wow, I accomplished. I accomplished things. Even though for you might be little, for me it's a big thing. Because who thought I would have ended up doing this? Who thought I would have ended up on your television, on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on your car, on your radio? Who would have thought I would have ended up doing this? Nobody. I never pictured myself doing none of these things. So, at the end of the day, they made fun of me, they bullied me, they took me down, they beat me down. The dad, what? Damaged me? Yeah, he did. But it did make me feel like, it did stop me? Really, not much. Because I'm always, like, I'm always been this kind of person. Like I never give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I never give up on shit. I get sometimes I feel like it, but I just don't. Like a few days ago, just a few days ago, I wanted to quit doing this. I was kind of knocked this table down, took this microphone, throw it away, and took this mixture box. I can show it because it's right here, but throw it away. Because I felt like I couldn't do it no more because of the negativity that I was getting. I'm like, I was getting so much negativity. I was like, fuck me and fuck life. You know what? There was a point in my life when I was like, fuck my life, I'm done, man. Goodbye, I'm done. You know? I just going down. I was gonna throw all this shit away. Like, but you know what? I realized, why would I want to stop doing that makes me really happy? And they're really probably had a future for. Just for a few dumbasses that are telling me that I can't do it? Really? For a few people that just do it for some negativity, just to try to take you down? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Words hurt. Like there's a story on YouTube that I saw, and this guy was talking about this is baseball player was talking about on YouTube. The words hurt. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying that you gotta be careful what you say to your kids or to anybody else, because words hurt, and maybe you know, and that words hurt, and that you need to be be careful. And he said that he went to a jail with inmates, cell inmates and people in prison. People actually went to prison, and he sit down with them, and he was talking about the exact same thing and how words damage it could be a result of a cause, and that how he remembered when his father used to tell him that was gonna be a big star, and that his father supported him, actually showing the support, uh, and he ended up being a great baseball player, um, famous baseball player. I'm gonna put this video someday. I don't remember which baseball player it was, but guess what? The sound inmate, one of the persons was talking about how his father used to say horrible things, and that the reason why he was in Yale was because of his father. His father used to tell him that he wasn't nothing, that he was a loser, that he couldn't do stuff, that that he was gonna end up in prison, and that he was gonna laugh when that happened, and that he couldn't wait for that to happen. Uh, when he sometimes he used to say sometimes even he didn't do anything. He sometimes he just one simple bottle of water. Sometimes he spilled it on the floor by accident when he was a little kid, and his father just told him that he was dumb, and then he couldn't wait for him to go to jail, and he was gonna go to jail for being so stupid. And he ended up in prison. That's a surprising thing. He ended up in prison. I don't remember why I did that he ended up in prison, but he ended up in prison because of what his father said. Because of the what his father said, he ended up in prison. So that's why I'm saying, like, be careful. You the words are the cause, and on the results or whatever you say to them that they end up doing, the scars, the all that, that's the effect. So you need to be careful and support it. And if there's someone, because there's a lot of people that say, oh, but what about if he doesn't learn? What about if he doesn't learn? He tries and tries and doesn't learn. Like, let's say someone in the music industry, rapping, like I said before, he try and he can't. Don't give up on him. Keep pitching him. If they can, then hey, sit down with them and tell them, hey, you can. But hey, you can still be part of the music industry, of the rapping industry, by being a producer, by writing the songs. And I can teach you how to write rap songs. I can teach you how to produce rap songs. That's the support. That's the good stuff. That's what you need to do. Because problems are problems, struggles are struggles. Doesn't matter. Even the smallest problem can affect someone so big, so hugely, and you can fix it. There's problems that you don't get involved. I'm not gonna lie. There's problems that you don't get involved, like relationship, marriage, engagement stuff. Don't get involved in those stuff, because at the end of the day, that's just them. And there's problems that doesn't need the help, because there's like simple small problems that, like, really small problems that have the answer next to the doors, that you really don't need uh, their help. But like I said, problems are problems, struggles are struggles. Even the smallest problem, the smallest struggle where you can help, because you can fix it. Don't be an asshole. Why you have to be? Why these motherfuckers they have to be assholes? Why? Why you have to be so stupid? And people end up even hurting themselves, and you don't care. That's what I'm saying. Be careful, man. Fucking be careful. You don't know. You don't know. Just be careful, man. What you say to others. I had NG Machna here on the show. He's up there. He was talking about that. When we're talking about that in certain point of the interview, we're talking about how the words hurt. Be careful, man. Be careful with what you say. He was saying about the people that can take the pressure. People that can take certain pressure, and that's why they end up on drugs, on suicidal, on, man. You need to think about what you say. And for those people, if you have something in mind, before I finish, if you have something in mind, just something in mind, something that you want to do, something good, something awesome, something that you dream about, try it. Take the risk. It's important to take the risk. Take the risk. There's nothing wrong about taking the risk. There's nothing bad about it. Just take a risk. In life, you gotta take risk. You gotta jump on a moving train. In other words of saying that means you gotta take risk. And that's the thing. People don't jump on a moving train. People don't eat the food. People don't feed themselves. Feed yourself. Take the risk. Jump on a moving train. Go fast in the car. Go 100 miles with the car. And what I'm saying is, what I mean by that is talking about taking the risk. Don't actually go 100 miles, on your car. Take the risk. When a car goes fast as hell and as fuck, and you hit that, you step on that bitch, and that bitch goes fast as fuck. It doesn't stop, and it keeps going forward, and it passed, and it passed every obstacle. And that's what you're gonna do. Go fast, don't stop, take the risk, because you don't know if it really happened, and it's important. It's really, 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 really important to take a risk. At least a small one. But just take the risk. Just go out there and take the risk. Go out there, man. And take that risk, bro. It's important for you to just take the risk, man. It's gotta do what it's gotta do, and just take the risk. Because if you don't take the risk, you don't know. It's like if you want to ask a girl out. Ask a girl, ask a girl, ask the girl out. It's fine. Ask her out. I know that a lot of guys out there don't want to ask the girls out or whatever because they're just afraid of getting hurt, afraid of, if they're straight or not, afraid of just her family not wanting you with her or whatever. I know I've been there with the girl of my dreams that I was trying to be with. I've been there, and I sadly couldn't, and it hurts me, but it's fine. Just take the risk. It's like when you like a girl, go for it. Take the risk. You don't know. You don't know if you don't take the risk. In life, you don't know if you take a risk. Take a risk. Take a motherfucking risk, man. And I'm telling you right now, for those of you, listen to me, for watching me or listen, whatever, listen to me. Take the risk. I know I'm going to be all around the world. I'm on YouTube. I don't have a podcast platform. I'm all over the internet. Take a risk. Take a risk. It's important. Take a risk. And for you out there who's making people feel like trash and make them feel like they're nothing and hurting them, this one's for you. This little finger right here. And if you listen to me, fuck you. You know this is for you. Fuck you. Asshole. You have a big dream, go for it, man. Take a risk. It feels good to dream big. Trust me. I like dreaming big. Go big or go home. Man, it feels so good to dream big. And it feels so good when you have a dream and you want to accomplish and you actually work hard for it and accomplish. Why? Because you take the risk. So take the risk. Just do it. The Basketeers Podcast. Produced by Ricardo Luna, Christopher Diaz. Written by me, your host, Cruz, hosted by me. That's right now.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Roll me up and smoke me.